Hi, and welcome to Let's Make It Happen. I've owned this 2019 Yamaha 242 X E Series since April of 2023, and it's now October. Let me show you some modifications I've made. So the first thing that I did was I added some Cobra Jet Steering fins onto the back. With the boat having two motors, I'm not sure that you need them, but it does add some maneuverability to the boat. If you had a single motor engine on your boat, like one of those 195s or something like that, I could see how these could really benefit you. This is the original tongue jack on the Shorelander trailer. In my opinion, they're just kind of flimsy. They look kind of dangerous because they're only held on by like this little O-ring type thing behind this plate. You pull that out, this whole jack falls right off. It says 1,000 pounds tongue weight, but I've jacked this thing all the way up and it seems really flimsy. It's hard to move back and forth, and I'll show you what I switched over to. One modification I made to my boat trailer was adding this Extreme Off-Road Series 500X tongue jack. What's good about it is, in addition to having two wheels, the inner wheel portion is made of metal, not plastic, so that's not going to crush. The height of the jack is also adjustable, so when I'm at the marina, it's about this high off the ground, and I've got enough throw in the handle to lift the tongue off the ball. But now I'm at my house, I need a little more height on the jack, so what I'm going to do is adjust it and show you that. Just pull this pin in the back, drop it down. Now I'm going to get enough height for when I jack up the truck or jack up the trailer and get it off that ball in my driveway. This is why I had to change the tongue jack from the OEM part to this new one. Just the height I've got to get, because I'm on this slope. To get that tongue off the ball, I need something that's got a little more oomph to it to be able to pick the trailer up and also be stable. It's pretty straight. When I did this with the OEM jack, it was all bent, and then trying to crank it back down because I was at its top end limit, it was really hard to get down. I actually had to get another jack, lift the tongue up, adjust that jack, and then use the other jack to let the tongue jack back down. So check this one out. Another modification I've made is added this Fulton ratchet strap so that I can, while I'm traveling with the boat, keep the front down in case I haven't pulled it forward enough. We've all been at the boat ramp where we pulled the boat on and it wasn't forward enough, and there's a little gap in here, and if you ride down the highway, the front of the boat start bouncing, you know what I mean. So this is kind of like added insurance for me, that when I'm traveling with the boat, I just ratchet this down. It kind of helps keep the front of the boat down the trailer. Another modification I've made is adding this little magnetic brake stop. When you're backing up, sometimes the one that comes with it falls out, so you back up and you pull forward and this pops out, and you got to get out of your truck, come back, put this back in, and repeat the process. This one helps out when I'm backing the trailer into the driveway where I've got to go back and forth a little bit, so the magnet keeps it in there. I'll post a link to this in the description. Let me show you some other modifications I made to the inside of the boat. First, if we look up, you see these two black bars. These are pieces of 1-inch aluminum that I have cut to mirror the profile of this round bar and put Velcro around to hold them on, and bent them at an arc, and they do pretty well. It's a piece of rubber to keep it off the frame. If you have a 242X or one of those boats that's got like the large Bimini with the sunroof, you'll know that in the winter or even during the summer, that water pulls up on that and it doesn't go out. There's actually a little grommet in the middle, but it doesn't let the water out. So by adding these ribs up here, and they're fully removable, I'll leave them on when we travel, but as you can see, I'm moving it. They're on there pretty good. The other modification I made on the inside was I took off that anchor light, I guess you call it, navigation light, and swapped it out to something with a little more lower profile. Trying to take the Bimini off with that other light on is a real pain. If you look at some other wake boats, they don't have that huge towering anchor light up there, which is, I don't know why Yamaha did that, because if you don't remember to tighten it or flip it back and forth, you can actually rip it off driving down the highway. All right, so the next thing is we got a trash can. Got this online. It took me a while to find the right one to fit in this space. It's held on with a bungee. I added some screws to the lip here to kind of keep this from flopping up. I mean, it does stay down, but if some wind gets under it, it kind of pushes it out. Added some foam on the back side of the lip here to keep it from rubbing against the plastic or the fiberglass. Let's look inside the cabin here. Got a paper towel holder with suction cup on the top. This actually works pretty well. It's really hard to take that off. Inside of the cabin, we didn't really use this as a toilet or anything like that, and we wanted a place to where we could put coolers, grills, and things of that nature. So I made a template out of cardboard for the floor and cut 2 pieces of plywood and cover them with marine fabric, and also put in like a little shelving on the side. Made a rack out of just regular like shelving rack for your closet, and then they're attached with, you can kind of see here, I used the existing, there was a bolt on the other side of this that I used to kind of fasten this, but these are just wooden blocks. Back side, you kind of see that one. This panel in the back is just a piece of plywood, and if you take it off, you can take these little plastic pieces off or covers, and there's just screws. You take them out, you can look behind there and you kind of see what's there, but it's just a piece of plywood and it's actually open. You do need to be careful where you drill because the seat is actually over there too. Next portion of this project is going to be to cut the back side out, or kind of a curve, so the table can fit back there. Let's see. Well, we wanted to have a cooler, be able to put a full cooler in here, and also bring a grill, because we grill out on the beach sometimes. So we can move these life jackets around and put this little Weber grill that we've got and a full size cooler in here. Comes in handy when you've got a bunch of people in the boat. Another modification is in this area behind the helm. So I've added a floor here. There's like this little, I think, control unit that's below there. You can't really see right now. And I don't know why Yamaha put it there. They should have put it on the wall or something. But I made this little platform so that it's over top of it. So now we've got storage space in here. The other thing I've done is I've added hooks on the back side for my ropes and fenders. This is real important because when we're underway, we've got like 10 or 12 people in the boat, and the fenders and ropes are under the seats. It's a pain trying to tell everybody, can you get up so I can get to the rope and fender? Whereas if we just put them here all the time, multiple people in the boat can actually help you because they know where the stuff is. Next, let's go over some things that are not necessarily modifications to the boat, but like some things that we carry. One is this collapsible kind of bucket. We can use it to get water. We usually use it to get some water out of the lake, sometimes to wash off the boat in the back. We use this power washer to do that. It comes with this hose that you can just drop either in the bucket or drop it into the lake, and you can use it to kind of power wash some of the dirt and grime off the boat. This is actually pretty good for you if you are wouldn't say salt water because you need a lot more water than this, but we're in fresh water, and it actually comes in handy to have this. I had a tarp on this boat one time where water kind of pulled up into one of the pockets, and trying to pick that up is like 200 pounds of water. You're not moving that. So I was able to use this, just drop it right in that pool of water and just suck the water out with the power washer. Moving to the rear of the boat, I installed this auxiliary port that we use to link to our tsunami pump to pump up our fat sack on the back, because the port on the back, auxiliary port on the back, is hard to get to when there's stuff in there like life jackets or even the fat sacks in the way. So this is very handy. Inside the battery compartment, we've got a couple of fishing rods that extend out to 6 feet. We like to fish off the back sometimes. Got a tackle box. Got a small toolbox. We keep gloves and a knife and a few other tools in there. We've got a toolbox that's pretty low profile. It's got most of the tools that we would need to do any maintenance on the back of the boat, like light maintenance, nothing too heavy, but it's got both metric and standard fittings or sockets. Then we've got a standard first aid kit. Also in that toolbox, this toolbox, we have our flares in there, and then this is just the owner's manual to the boat. I'll post links to some of these items in the description in case you're interested in those. There's a few other items I forgot to mention. We added this tray up front. It's held on by little suction cups that are removable. This is really handy when you've got people on the boat and we're wakeboarding or wake surfing and they want to take off their hat or sunglasses or cell phone or whatever. They can just throw it in here and go. So this is kind of like our junk drawer of the boat. I try not to have people open and close this too much because, you know, over time this can break. Somebody run into it, press on it too hard or whatever, so I try to keep them out of there. Something else that we've not added to the boat, but something else that we like are these little drink koozies that are floatable. You can kind of attach them to you when you're in the water and float around with them. They're pretty nice. That's it for the boat mods. Thanks for watching.